I just think Pinky was a very fine person.
His character traits would be as if you met him, you didn't forget him.
He would act very tough, but always was very tender, very caring to me.
He should have been a coach. I mean, he should have been a professional football coach or professional basketball coach. He just brought the very best of people out.
Pinky never forgot where he came from.
Pinky McNamara grew up poor in Hastings with a love for people and for Minnesota. But he also grew up with that unique nickname.
The name Pinky is not his name. His name is Richard F. McNamara.
Pinky came from his corduroys.
He was the smallest child at home, and so he got the red corduroys, and when they got washed 4 or 5 times, they became pink, and that's what he wore to school.
And in Hastings, everybody has a nickname, so it was very appropriate. He was either Mac or Pinky.
And I think he kept that name is because you wouldn't likely forget to hear a great athlete and very competitive guy, and yet he wanted to go by the name Pinky.
As Pinky grew up, he flourished as a star running back for the University of Minnesota in the 1950s. He learned the essence of business from his professors and used his analytical excellence to help turn Minnesota businesses around. He constantly strived to give back and was one of the biggest donors in the history of the U. Wherever Pinky worked or met with people, he will always be remembered.
When he was in business, I never saw where he would be satisfied to be kind of like number 2.
He was going to be a winner. It was losing wasn't in his vocabulary.
He didn't understand why else you would do it if you didn't give it your best. I mean, I'm his friend. He wanted to beat me every time we played tennis. There was just no question. And he was a way better athlete than I was.
He taught me to play racquetball, so I got good enough that I could actually stay on the court with him, but not good enough to beat him. Ever.
It's like, Pinky, we already know you could beat me. You don't have to put it on. But I don't think he could have stopped himself. So to me, it's just that innate competitive spirit that says, if you're going to do it, do the best you can.
My favorite thing about my dad has to be his sense of humor.
We laughed a great deal.
He was so irreverent, so funny. He did not take himself seriously.
He didn't tell jokes, but he saw a great deal of humor in life.
Pinky showed people that life can be fun. And I think he had a lot of laughter in it and brought a lot of laughter to other people. You appreciated his humor, his enjoyment of life, and his enjoyment of friendship.
He was very generous. And he was very generous with his time, he was very generous with his money.
He was a big believer in giving back. He'd always talked about that his whole life, preaching that he was so lucky and did so well that you have to give back to the community.
He recognized that society gave to him and helped him.
If you're really successful, even if you're not, you just donate to charity, you give back, you do what you can.
He felt that he was fortunate, he didn't have to give back, that he chose to give back.
He tried to set an example. He was hoping by doing this, other people would do it. I know that was important to him.
Pinky McNamara died last May from Alzheimer's disease at the age of 78.
I would remember Pinky as a very good example of what a person should be in business or in life.
Pinky was a person that showed other people that you can succeed, even having brought up in a difficult environment as a young person, and you don't give up or use it as an excuse. You go out there and work, and then once you're successful, you don't forget.
There's no question the world is in a better position today because of Pinky McNamara.
I hope he's remembered as a generous, funny, kind person. And he was humble. In his position, he could have lived a much larger life.